Being a single parent, a journey of challenges and cherished memories. Today, we will delve into the stories, emotions, and lessons from brave hearts who have walked this journey. Perhaps you're seeking comfort, inspiration, or simply reassurance that you're not alone. If so, this video is for you. The journey of being a single parent, heartfelt sharing. Before officially stepping into the role of a father, I started noticing signs of cracks in my marriage. At first, they were minor conflicts, like disagreements about parenting styles, family time, or financial matters. These initial arguments were mere light reproaches, but gradually escalated into tense confrontations with no resolution in sight. I recall one evening after a long day at work, stepping into a home filled with suffocating tension. We couldn't converse for more than a few sentences without it ending in complaints. The silences grew longer, carving a deep chasm between us. Yet, I kept telling myself, I can fix this. For the sake of our child, for the sake of our family, I must try. But sometimes, no matter how much effort you put in, you can't hold on to something that's already broken. The decision to divorce didn't come overnight. It was the result of years of unresolved conflict. It was a heartbreaking but necessary choice. The day I signed the divorce papers, it felt like my heart shattered. Holding the pen, my hands trembled as I stared at the bold words, "Agreement to terminate marriage." At that moment, I felt like I was losing a part of myself. It wasn't just the end of a relationship, but the end of shared dreams we had once nurtured. When I looked at my child, I couldn't help but worry. How could I explain to them that even though their parents were no longer together, the love for them would remain unchanged? I thought about the moments when they were little, our laughter, our plans for the future. But now, everything had changed. I wondered, will they resent me? Will they feel abandoned? The early days after the divorce were the toughest period of my life. A house once filled with laughter now echoed only with the ticking of the clock late into the night. I used to think I was strong, but the emptiness of those days showed me how fragile I truly was. One evening, after putting my child to bed, I sat alone in the living room, staring blankly at a TV screen that wasn't playing anything. It felt like everything around me was crumbling, and I didn't know where to start rebuilding my life. My greatest fear wasn't doing everything alone. It was the fear that I wouldn't be enough for my child. I questioned whether I could be both a father and a mother while giving them a happy childhood. I worried they would feel deprived compared to other children, or blame me for not keeping the family together. These thoughts consumed me, making it hard to focus on anything else. I realized that to overcome these challenges, I needed to start with small steps. First, I created a daily to-do list, not just to keep myself busy, but to gradually rebuild stability in my life. I learned to manage my time more effectively, from taking my child to school and going to work to spending quality time with them in the evenings. Another significant step was seeking support from family and friends. Initially, I was hesitant to share my circumstances, but I soon realized no one could handle everything alone. The encouragement I received, the meals my mom prepared so I wouldn't have to cook after work, and the times friends offered to babysit so I could rest, all these acts of kindness kept me moving forward. Over time, I began to see that being a father wasn't just a challenge, it was an opportunity for personal growth. I joined single-parent support groups where I met others in similar situations and gained invaluable insights. One of the most important lessons I learned from these conversations was the importance of self-love. Being a single parent doesn't mean giving up on your dreams and passions. I started making time to read, exercise, and even try new hobbies. These activities not only helped me unwind, but also gave me the energy to care for my child better. As a single father, I found myself growing closer to my child than ever before. Each morning, I was the one waking them up, preparing breakfast, and taking them to school. Each evening, I listened to their stories about school, from exciting lessons to small moments like a kitten running across the playground. I remember one time when my child fell ill and had to stay home for a few days. During that time, I barely slept out of worry. I sat by their bed, stroking their hair and silently praying for their recovery. In that moment, I realized that no matter how tough things got, my love for my child would always be my greatest motivation. Despite the busy schedule, I always made time to create happy memories with my child. Once, we baked cookies together in the kitchen, ending up with flour-covered hands and lopsided cookies. But my child's laughter as they saw our masterpieces reminded me that happiness comes from these simple, heartfelt moments. Managing time was a skill I had to master. Initially, I felt overwhelmed, trying to do everything at once and failing. I learned to prioritize, to focus on what truly mattered, like spending meaningful time with my child, and let go of less important tasks. One of the most valuable lessons I learned was not letting financial fears steal small joys. Once, I hesitated to buy a small toy for my child, thinking it was unnecessary. But seeing their disappointment made me realize that some expenses, however small, have immense emotional value. I began balancing saving with creating moments of joy for both of us. As a single father, I've had to play multiple roles, to guide, nurture, and provide emotional support. This has taught me to listen and understand my child better. There was a time when my child felt sad after being teased at school for not having a complete family. Instead of denying their feelings or offering quick explanations, I chose to listen. I hugged them and said, "Our family is complete, just a little different. I will always love and protect you, just as I always have." Moments like these made me realize that children don't need a perfect family by societal standards. They need love and understanding. Through it all, I've learned that quality time matters more than quantity. Activities like reading together, playing games, or cooking meals create lasting memories. One evening, my child and I decided to embark on an imaginary trip. We pulled out a map, picked a random country, and pretended to visit it. I told them stories about the food, culture, and landmarks. That night, we laughed a lot, and it became one of our most cherished memories. Initially, I tried to do everything on my own, fearing judgment if I sought help. But after burning out, I realized that asking for support is not a weakness. It's an act of love for both myself and my child. A friend once told me, helping each other isn't a burden, it's how we show care and love. Since then, I've leaned on my sister to babysit when I needed rest and confided in colleagues about my struggles. These small but heartfelt gestures became a huge source of strength. Joining an online support group for single parents was a turning point. Hearing stories from others in similar situations reminded me that I wasn't alone. We shared tips, experiences, and even our vulnerabilities. One mother in the group shared how she made toys for her child from recycled materials. Inspired by her, I started crafting simple toys, and the joy in my child's eyes was incomparable. In this journey, I've drawn inspiration not only from my experiences but also from others. Anna, a widowed single mother I met in the group, works 2 jobs to provide for her 2 children. Despite her struggles, she teaches them the values of hard work and love. She often says, "Life isn't easy, but I want my children to know we always have each other." Adam, a single father I met at a workshop, shared how he juggles work and raising his daughter. He makes it a point to take her to the park and teach her sports, often reminding her, "I can't replace your mom, but I'll do my best to ensure you never feel unloved." To all the single parents out there, while this journey is not easy, it is one to be proud of. You are not just a parent, but a hero in your child's eyes. Remember, every effort you make is a priceless gift. You are not alone. Many others are walking this path, and together, we can overcome the challenges. Keep moving forward, keep loving, and keep living fully. Because in the end, happiness isn't just in the destination, it's in the journey you've walked. Thank you for watching. If you found this content inspiring or helpful, please hit the like button to support me. Don't hesitate to comment below to share your opinions, experiences, or stories. We value your feedback and will do our best to respond to every comment. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Share this video with friends and family if you think they could benefit from these positive messages. Join this wonderful community where we share and support each other. Thank you so much.